I have two words for you: emotional bandwidth. As we go into 2020, the reality is that every single day we have a certain amount of emotional bandwidth. So this represents you, and the water represents the emotional energy, the emotional bandwidth that you have to give to a number of things. Well, what happens in life, and it happens in a slow way, it's kind of insidious, is that we end up investing a lot of our emotional bandwidth into what I call they. And we say, if they would just treat me better, if they would just stop doing this, if they would understand us, how can they be so crazy? They did all of this to me, and we go on, and what we don't realize is that we end up investing a lot of our emotional bandwidth into this world of they. Well, I want to reintroduce you to another possibility. I want to reintroduce you to your future self. What we all have is we have a larger container that actually has our potential that's unrealized. And every time we invest in something else, what are we not investing in? We're not investing in our future self. So here I go. Every morning we wake up with a certain amount of emotional energy, our emotional bandwidth. And so the next time we reach a point where you say, I want you to stop and think about it for a minute and ask yourself, is that really where I want to go? Because you could be using that same energy to invest in your future leadership self. And what I found is that over time, sure, sometimes life ends up making you do this, but over time I found that every single day that I took that emotional energy, that emotional bandwidth, and invested it into my future leadership self, that, my sweet sisters, creates an entirely new future for yourself.